Hello, Flex Mindians. Yesterday I had discussed like what is the most underrated skill set in cybersecurity or forever like in tech domain. But the today's topic is what are all the three common skill sets that as a cybersecurity engineer you should learn, right? Before even entering to the security domain, or even if you are into the security domain and you want to improvise or you want to fine tune yourself, these are the three skill sets that will make you a better security engineer. So the first one is like very common: knowledge of computer networks. Like whichever technology you are using, either you are a web security engineer, application security engineer, or a network security engineer, even you are going towards this DevSecOps, cloud security engineering, or the most common cybersecurity field, I can say, knowledge of computer network is very, very important. It's not like you should be very good at networking, but you should be able to understand what is IPv4, what is IPv6, right, and what is the CIDR range, right? What is the public address, private address? What is that range for public address, private address, and then like how DNS works, right? So what is CNAME, what is DNS, what is SOA, or any kind of this domain related details, right? And then how this TCP three-way handshake happens, so that it will help you to understand what are all the attacks are possible on TCP. For example, there is like a TCP SYN flood attack. So what is this SYN flood attack? When you use nmap commands, so what is that ping sweep? What is Xmas scan? What is null scan, right? And once you know this, how this TCP three-way handshake works, then you can go forward and can try to understand how this SSL TLS works. Is it enough if that SSL TLS or say HTTPS is there in your URL? Is it enough your website is secured? Then what is MITM, right? Man in the middle attack, and how you can prevent it, how you can mitigate it, or how you can even figure out like there is MITM going on, right? So these kind of things. And let's say if the network is slow, can you troubleshoot what is the problem with your network? What if it is a kind of network DOS attack, right? And knowledge of common ports like port number 21, 22, 25, port number 53, or for MySQL it is 3306, let's say. And what is the port number for RDP? What is the port number for Postgres, Oracle servers, like that? I mean, just the common ports. And what are all the vulnerabilities that you can find if you find out that this port is open in this particular IP address or in server, right? So how you can do the banner grabbing, how you can figure out like what MySQL version it's running, what kind of web server it is running, right? So for that, basic networking knowledge is important. And when I say about networking, so basic of cryptography also included in it, which is which of this hashing algorithm I should use. Is it MD5, SHA-1, SHA-2? What is the latest standard going on securing your files, or let's say you are saving your password? Should it be using MD5 or SHA-1 or something else, right? This kind of basic knowledge. Why TLS 1.2 is safer, and with what cipher suite. There are lots of weak cipher suite as well with TLS 1.2. Some of the cloud service provider doesn't support TLS 1.2 with very specific cipher suite. Or you can even say like what should be the cipher suite priority. So this kind of knowledge is important. And then what is the basic difference between this hashing and encryption, when to use hashing, when to use encryption, or maybe like encoding, decoding, obfuscation. So this kind of very basic details, right? This is all about computer networks. Now, the second skill set that I want you to learn, or even if you are already there, try to improvise it, is a Linux commands. You don't need to be like a Linux admin site. You don't need to know all of those things. But you should be very comfortable with Linux commands. If it is like cp, mv, how to copy the file, how to move the file, how to rename the file, how to delete the file, what is ls-la, ls-lrt, the most common commands, right? All those things you should be like very good at. Hmm? And then let's say like once you know that networking things, you know that what is ping sweep, Xmas scan. But if you want to do that, you need a platform, right? So the Linux is a very favorite platform for penetration testers or hackers or even any security engineers. So you want to run nmap command there, you want to run maybe wireshark commands, or you want to find out something, right, in that whole structure, like in a particular folder you want to figure it out how many JS files are there, and in this JS file is if there is any particular content you are looking for, so you can use find command and then grep command, right? So knowing about like some basic networking commands, for example this dig, host, ns lookup, right? And any other commands like scp, right? How you can securely copy your file from local server to the remote server, or for one remote server to another remote server, right? These all things are possible using scp. And then how to connect another remote server using ssh, right? So these kind of basic commands would be enough for you. Hmm. And I'm also working on the one of my course on Linux commands for everyone. So stay tuned, guys. So if you have not subscribed yet, I would request you to subscribe so that I can create more such videos and share with you guys. So now the first skill was computer networks. The second is Linux commands. Third one is like a kind of gray area and a debatable topic. Many security engineers may agree, may not agree, but knowledge of programming or scripting language, I feel like this is one of the advantage or the weightage you will have over the others when you are being interviewed or when you are looking for any other jobs, or even you are as an individual contributor, you want to showcase that you know this field as well. So this helps you for secure coding, secure code review. You can train developers because you know programming, you know how it works, right? You don't need to be very good as like a developer, but at least you know like how to run this program, how to read whatever is written there, and you can modify some of the things. You can debug the tools, or you can debug any libraries. You can write your own small scripts. For example, you are using some libraries and you want to figure out like um, say that in AWS there are lots of security groups which are orphan and you want to figure it out. So you can use Boto 3, which is Python SDK for AWS. So small things that you can do, like maybe security automation or event driven security, where basic knowledge is required. So Python is like maybe still the favorite language for the hackers and other. Now GoLang is also becoming very popular amongst hackers. So you can start learning Python or Go. Python is very easy to learn. So I would suggest like if you have not started learning and still you are thinking like which programming language I should learn, you should go ahead and start learning this Python. Also, I have created a Python video list in this FlexMind YouTube channel. So you can go through that to understand where you can use Python, what are all the common projects that you can create using Python as a beginner. So I think that's all from my side. But try to learn these three skill sets to make yourself a better security engineer.
So you can again follow FlexMind in different social channels. You can follow me as well in different social channels. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know if this video was helpful for you and you learned something. I would encourage to comment your feedback so that it will encourage me to create more videos like this.